Good evening, Grandview High School. This is Kim Casey, your principal. It's our first video of the year, and I am so excited to spend some time with you this evening. Tonight's topic, as you can see on the screen, is talking about technology and getting it checked out to you. This video is mainly for freshmen, but please understand there are some of you that still need technology who didn't have it last year. Maybe your situation has changed, your device has quit working, so on and so forth. So I'm going to talk you through all of that. The first thing we want to talk about is dates and times for this year's checkout. That's this Thursday or Friday. You can see them on the screen. Thursday, it's noon to 7, and Friday, it's 8 to noon. So you can see them right here on the screen. You can follow my cursor if you'd like. What we're checking out is a laptop or a hotspot, or both. We want to make sure that you're really clear on laptop. If you are a freshman and a ninth grader, and you have a device at home, it can't be, well, it doesn't, many of your classes, a Chromebook won't work with or an Apple product. You need to be able to have access to the Microsoft suite of products such as Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. Now you're going to use Google, so you use Docs, Sheets, and Slides, but most of your work will be done in Office. And so we want to make sure you have the proper device, and it's here and available for you, and they're new. Some of them are brand new, and some of them are barely been used at all. So we got them last spring. And then we also have hotspots. That's where my cursor is now. It's one per household. They work for the whole household. You will check them out, and then you will turn those back in each year. But your laptop you will keep with you until you graduate. So we got lots of information to share about tonight. Where are you going to go? You're going to go to 313 Division Street. It's the District Learning Center. If you've been here a long, long time, or your parents, they would know it as the old library downtown. We ask that you stay in your car. The people that are helping us will have a mask and gloves, and we'll have the proper personal protection equipment, but we want you to stay in your car. We'd like you to enter through the alley, and you're going to see my hand go up here. So behind the District Learning Center, there's a nice alley. If you go up through that, enter the building on the end. It's going to feel like you're going in the parking lot in the wrong direction. Go in the parking lot. We'll have staff there with clipboards with our papers to have you sign. Very similar to how you might have done it at the middle school or did last year. But you're going to come up, we'll hand you the clipboard, you'll fill out your paperwork, and then we'll get you your device or your hotspot. I'm going to talk about some other things that are going on. Who needs to be here are your parents and the student. We need signatures from you both. If you can't all be here, please contact us ahead of time and we'll try and make some arrangements, but we will need both sets of signatures. We have a new insurance program that I'm really excited. Last year, some of the parents were nervous about what happens if it gets lost or stolen or broken or things like that. So I'm going to talk to you about that this evening. That's the best part about tonight's video. But after you get home, and we're going to talk about this when we come back. So the next thing I want to talk about this evening is the one-to-one use policy. This is the same document that we had last year with a few adjustments. So we'll have you put this... Excuse me. No one wants to cough during COVID. We'll have you put the student's name on the form and their date of birth. This is a little bit about the expectations and what you do with the device and don't do with it. As the document goes on, if there is a $10 flat fee if we find out that you've tampered with any of the security features or turning off Find My Device, things like that. But this is what's new for this year, and I want to highlight this right here. And I'm going to highlight it so maybe it comes out in our video a little better. So parents last year and students asked about insurance, and so it's a $25 fee. It's called insurance or usage agreement. There's a little blank right here. We're going to have you put your initials in. And then I'm going to show you this insurance agreement form, and this is what's really awesome. So you can pay this $25 fee when you pick up the device, and if you can't pay the fee, we'll be talking about that, but we want to have all the fees paid by October 1st. And I'm going to talk about a new credit card feature that's going to be up and running soon as well. So this is where we're at. So this document, the rest of it is really not any different than in years past. So the other document, which is new, this is the one that's new for this year. This is the insurance usage agreement. You're going to put the student name, and for those of you students, know your 5-digit number. That's what you use on the lunch pin. This is your student login. This is your email. That all goes right here. And here's about the $25 fee, but this is what most people are going to be interested in. Here's how it's going to work. First claim means the first time you need to use your insurance. Second claim means the second time you're going to need to use your insurance. And all subsequent claims means time 3 and on. If there's a damage to the machine, let's say dad comes home from work and sits on the laptop and the screen breaks, or the new puppy, it's sitting on the floor and he piddles on the laptop. So there's a damage. There's no cost to you the first time or the second time because you have this insurance. On the third time, you'll have a $50 deductible, or third time and after that. If you lose it, there's a $100 deductible if we can't find it through finding my device. If you find the device later on, you paid the $100 deductible, it is refundable, and that's in the document. So we'll talk about that, or you can read about that in the document. If you lose it, a second one, or lose a third one, or a fourth one, then you'll have the full cost of the replacement. And remember, this is per year, not per year 4-year high school career. This is per year. If by chance your car gets stolen, your house gets broken into, and it's stolen, and the device is listed in the police report, there's no cost to you. And we normally don't have too major of a theft problem in the area, and normally your houses get broken in twice in 1 year, or your cars don't get stolen twice in 1 year. So the second claim is a full cost of replacement. But notice this asterisk. I'm going to talk about the asterisk here in a minute. But if you say it's stolen and you don't fill out a police report, it's a $100 deductible, and the second or more times, it's the full cost of replacement. So I want to talk about this right here. Here's the asterisk, and I want to talk about what full cost of replacement means, and I'm going to highlight this right now to keep your eye on the screen there. The machines are new or relatively new, but if the machine's not brand new and it's 1 year old, full cost of replacement is based on the prorated cost from when the device was new. So we figure that a device will last 5 years or 60 months. On the device cost is $550, so it's $9.16 per month. And so we will just use that money or that amount per month and calculate how many months of life the device had left, and that's how much you would pay if you fell into one of these full cost to replace categories. Otherwise, you wouldn't fall into these categories. So this document will be here for you to review, and then we will have that all available for you. So we're going to need some information if you pay it right here. Some of you attend Running Start, so you can do GHS, or if you attend Running Start or YV Tech, you're all like our Grandview School District students, and so you're welcome to check out a device for us, and that policy stays with you as long as you have this device. Here's some other items and the definition of theft and loss and so forth. So I'd like to go back to the original document we talked about. So here's a summary for you for this evening, and you're going to be able to watch this and share it with family if you need to. Obviously, I'm reporting it to you in English, but you as students should be able to share this information and the screen with your parents if you need to, and translate it for them if you do. But here's the big one. After you get home, I want to make sure that you do these things. You need to make sure that everything's ready to go that week before school starts, before August 24th, so that our tech team and our staff can help you if you need it. Go home, charge the device. Wait plenty of time. Make sure it's got a good charge on it. Then log in. Do you remember your login? Do you remember how it works? Then once you're into the computer, let it process. It hasn't been on for a while. Make sure it does its updates. Log off and do any updates before you start logging in. Then you need to check and make sure you get into your email, Make sure you get into your Google account. Make sure you can get into your Skyward so you know how to check your grades. If you're a freshman, all that stuff will be covered in your advisory, but these are things you need to make sure that you do. So as we wrap up this evening, I'm going to add a couple notes here, and I'm going to make sure the font is plenty big. You can reach me. I actually should probably slide this up a little. Here's my email. And you can also email your advisor or your counselor. Here's the main phone number for the office, and you can reach out to us and we will help you. So I'm going to go back up to the top here. I'm going to remind you in a different color up here on these cells. I want to make sure that you remember that you need to be here on Thursday or Friday, Thursday evening or Friday. We look forward to seeing you then. Look for more videos to come in the next few days, maybe even tonight. We'll see how I do. Good night, everybody, and we'll see you for your device.